Shut up and
All right, everybody, welcome back to Rebel Trading Group Podcast, episode 63. It's been a bit, everybody. What's going on? My name is Nathan Oliphant, and with me, as always, the gluten-free Jason Besson. How we doing?
The gluten-free Jason Bessing, brother.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
Today,
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I got a new job.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, you did. Congratulations.
Now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Very happy for you. That's kind of, I'm going to blame half of the reason.
Yeah.
Half the reason we've been a while. There's just been a lot of kinks going on, and we've tried to set it up. But, life goes on, right?
Yeah.
Like, real life happens, and y'all ain't fucking paying us.
At my old job, I was just so busy. We just had people just start quitting, just dropping off like flies. So I just was so busy there too. And then transitioning to like the new job, it's a different schedule, so I won't have as much time. So it's Saturday, my dudes.
It's Saturday. It's a special day.
It's 420.
420. Yesterday was Good Friday. Today is 420, and tomorrow is Easter.
The market was closed on Good Friday.
It's like the Trinity is in effect. The Trinity of God, of the Lord.
Yeah, so why don't you go ahead and sit with the Thursday numbers?
Yeah, so, I'm having trouble pulling up the Thursday numbers. But what I did want to talk about is, we did know we had a good week all the way across. I have the Dow pulled up right here. And it's a nice little uptrend. It's a nice little... It's not much. It's only like 172 points. It's not much. Man. But if you go over to the month, we're over 2%. If we go to the past 3 months, since about when we've done this episode, we've gone. The DIA ETF has gone up $20 a share.
Yeah, and on
8%.
On Thursday, the Dow Jones DIA ETF was up 0.45, so about 0.5% almost.
Now the problem is, if you want to look at the 1 year chart, and I don't know if you're able to have this open or you can see it, that's a scary.
Yeah.
It's a scary chart in my opinion.
Yeah.
So this is really a make it or break it kind of moment for the market. And the market, we like to refer to the market as the Dow. I mean, that's what I do. So when I say like the market, kind of meaning the Dow and maybe even the S&P there. But
well, they generally do the same thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like it looks like we're hitting some serious fucking resistance levels here.
I was saying if we keep going into a bull market into like September, I'm shorting the shit out of the fucking market in October.
September, yeah. October seems to be kind of a shifting moment, and I don't know if that's like a psychological point, change of the seasons. I know a lot of companies begin fiscal years on October 1st. I know the government does as well. So I don't know if that has some sort of impact, but it does seem that in October there seems to be a major shift in the markets and where that attention is redirected.
I like it.
It's kind of like we all relax in the summer. Like springtime is upon us, so maybe the summer is coming up. We're going to see some volatility. We're going to trade sideways at this range. And then October, when eyes are all locked back onto business, we're going to look to see if we hit these make it or break it levels. But what I want to say is I think if we push through, if we can push past the 267, 268 mark on the DIA, there's no reason we can't hit 275.
Yeah, FYI, the S&P 500 did 0.2%, 0.2% on Thursday. That was the ETF as well.
They're both at all-time highs, but we've been there several times, so it's not like it's a new thing.
Yeah,
we've been here before. We've seen this game.
13% on the NASDAQ, so nothing great. How's Bitcoin doing?
Funny that you say that. Now, I was pulling her up next. Since our last episode, approximately 3 months ago, where we talked about ethical investing, we're up 47% on Bitcoin. Nice. And a rising tide lifts all boats, so all cryptos are in kind of a bull stage here.
Yeah, I see Litecoin going up almost like at certain troughs if it's a pattern, going up almost 3 times. 300%, 100%, 200%.
Yeah, there's some beautiful gains out there, and those crypto players are finally having their day for a while. Question is do we stay here? We've been at this above this 5,000 range. Well, we spiked up all in one day pretty much, but we've been at this 5,000 range since about the 5th of April, give or take a couple days, maybe even a couple hours. We had that one huge spike up, and I guess the sentiment, I haven't been following cryptos, but from what my general understanding is there was a large amount of volume from one particular area, and that caused a major surge in Bitcoin.
Wasn't there like a guy who just dropped like 100 mil?
It was like 100 mil market order?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it was you that texted me that, yeah. and I've always asked that question. What if someone just bought 100? Like, what if someone went into what's a smaller company that we like? It would be a smaller one.
Collector's Universe.
There we go, Collector's Universe. What if we just walked in there and did a 50 million share or $50 million share order, bought half the market cap? Well, we'd push that price up from now $17 probably to like 26, 27.
Yeah.
Problem is can you get out at that price? Probably not, huh?
Pump and dump, baby.
That's the pump and dump, and I think that's what could be upon us. It could have been an experimental thing. There could have been some rich asshole out there that said, check this out. Let's see if we can do it.
That'd be great. I would love that.
And Bitcoin, just like stocks, is based on supply and demand. The current price of the stock is based on that supply and demand, just like Bitcoin. So when they take that amount of Bitcoin out of the equation, in theory, it can only tick up as they kind of amass some of them. It's not like new Bitcoin are being created. There's only going to be 21 million.
Yeah, at one time. Or
so total. When you create that whole order like that and you take a big chunk out of the pie, now people want more money for their chunk of the pie. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what you're seeing here. Mm-hmm. Do you have any Bitcoin?
Nope. Not currently.
I was holding 3% at all times, and then I decided to use margin, and margin will not allow me to hold crypto. Plus, I think it would be a bad idea anyway, so I completely dumped all my crypto holdings. And of course, that was like 2 months before this. But it's always fun to watch because Bitcoin's that rebellious thing, and that's what we're all about here.
Yeah.
So good for you, cryptos. Good for you, cryptos. But one last thing to wrap up this part right here. I want to talk about gold a little bit. Really? Gold actually has trended down for the past week. If you pull up the GLD, that's the Spider Gold Fund, tries to match similar to the price of gold.
Yeah, they were trying the spot price. They were trying to get resistant or trying to get a lot of support or break resistance around 1,300. What's that? 130 GLD. Just about.
It's in the 120s. That could be because of fees. But let me see if I can actually pull up the actual spot price of gold right now.
It's $12.77.90 right now. I got it up on Value Finance.
Okay.
At least that's the futures, and that's the top bar on the top menu when it says gold. That's what I clicked on.
Mm-hmm. So looking at let's go the past little while since we've been here. We kind of, if you were a set it and forget it trader and you're just now picking up the Rebel Trading Group again, what has happened to gold since then?
1 month. Look at that.
Well, the 1 month. What's the 3 month? What's the change on the 3 month?
I don't have a 3. I have a 6 month.
Give me the 6 month.
Oh, hold on. Oh, it doesn't give me a percentage of change. So.
Nice.
I would have to look it up. You have gold up, don't you, GLD?
I do have GLD. If you go to the past month, the fund is down 2.75%, and the 3 month is down 7.7%. Yeah. So like nothing. We've kind of traded sideways. We've had some swings, and that's kind of been on the back of a lot of shit that's been going on, like the Mueller report, this fucking wall. There's a lot more declared presidential candidates now.
Bernie Sanders. You see what happened to healthcare when or health insurance companies when Bernie Sanders announced his Medicare for all?
What?
They all started going down.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like they predict that he's going to win and this is what's going to happen?
I think it's just fear in the market. I was listening to Invest Talk and Steve Peasley saying that Medicare for All is not going to happen. They're going to try, but it won't happen. How could it happen? I think it was what he was saying. So there's nothing you need to worry about if you're a core holder in like an insurance company.
Yeah, I don't think. I think that's true as well. I think that's true, but that's exactly one of the reasons I don't touch healthcare stocks.
I like it though.
It's more politics stocks, is really what it is.
Well, okay.
Regulation stocks.
Some of those insurance companies pay good dividends.
Oh yeah,
and
because they're also in other industries.
This might be a
but
good
go on.
time for a pullback for them.
So you're saying that this might be a good opportunity?
Yeah,
Can we pull up XLV?
Pull it up for you, man.
I'll get it. I'm on it.
I got it.
What's XLV? Because I did hear that there was a kind of a shakeup in the healthcare. Wow, 5% in the past week.
3 months.
6% in months and 3% over the past 3 months. Yeah, that's a sharp little move down.
Yeah.
And that's on the back of Bernie Sanders?
Yeah.
Well, he is a senator still, right?
Right.
So he still has some influence in Congress.
Yeah, definitely to propose legislation. Yep.
He's not just some guy, some potential candidate that's running. So I'm pretty sure he might propose some of this. And if I'm not mistaken, we're in a Democratic majority-run House right now, right?
Yeah.
So maybe there's some grounds to this sell-off. I don't know. I don't touch, like I said, I don't touch healthcare. I'll take opportunities where opportunities present themselves, but I don't like it. I like Pfizer.
I'm pretty sure. Last time I checked, one of my most favorite insurance companies was United.
United.
Was it UHC?
UNH.
UNH. That's what it is. $222 a share.
No, sir.
17 PE.
1.3% div.
They're 1 month. They're 3 month. They're 1 year.
Down 15%.
Yeah, boy.
15% in 3 months. Wow. It's a politics stock. Well, today's a very special day, Nathan.
Yeah, man.
It's a holiday for most.
Yeah.
Not us here in Florida, unfortunately. But today, it's 420, and whether you have the stigma or not, whether you're a fan, an avid user, or you hate it, and you resent the fucking thing, it's here to come and it's here to stay. We know it's in California, it's in Colorado. It's completely legalized in Canada, just the entire country. I think you can get on a plane and fly with weed from one part of Canada to the other. And it's coming in a lot more states. I think it's 12 and 11 and Washington, D.C. And right now, I know it's going through Utah, of all fucking places. So you know if it's hitting Utah, this shit's going to stay, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's great if you're a consumer and you enjoy the recreational marijuana, whatever. That's great. That's pretty much all you've been waiting for. However, there is a lot of money in that fucking game. And us as investors, I think we need to try to take a piece of the profit. A piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that being said, let's kind of discuss, let's push all the stigma to the side, and let's just approach this purely from a business standpoint.
Okay, well, let's talk about what kind of companies there are.
Well, there's just like any other business, of course.
So you have like planting, and so it says plant touching cultivation, and those are like the people who actually produce it.
Yeah.
Then you have like pharma and biotechs that also like utilize cannabis-based drugs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Also, people who provide like equipment and stuff like hydroponic.
John Deere. John Deere, Scott's Miracle Grow.
Yeah, well, there's certain companies that exactly. So different types of things like that.
Yeah, there's the suppliers, just like any other business. Like Coca-Cola has bottlers, there's packaging, there's distribution, there's probably trucking companies that specify in handling marijuana. I imagine there's some sort of courier service for that. I mean, it opens jobs. That there are people who now are there clipping weed all day.
Yep.
There are people running shops. There's mom and pops opening businesses on every plaza. They're being able to expand and deliver it to the door. There's a lot of people that have it for medical purposes that they're able to take advantage of and get tax credits on.
That's a good way to get to spread the cannabis culture is the legalization of medical marijuana in these states.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like a foot in the door.
It is. It really is. And it's open to a very select few companies. You notice that? Like there's pretty much only one company in Florida that has their foot in here. And there's one right up the road from me. It's called Knox Dispensary. They're in South Florida, Orlando, and now they're hitting the Jacksonville area. And they're pretty much the only ones in Florida because Florida, while they're passing their regulations now, it's still under heavy scrutiny and it's only strict medical use. I can't go over and get it. I can't even send my mom who has horrible knee pain to go get it. There's a strict regulation to it.
There's really strict regulation in Florida, especially you can't for the longest time until Governor DeSantis signed whatever that allowed unbanned or unrestricted the use of smokable marijuana. So for the longest time it was only vapable, and they had they sold this is what some people have told me, they sold these little small teacup, little K-cup kind of cartridges that are filled with weed, and you're supposed to use them for herbal tea recipes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that's a loophole they have there for that. It's really restricted here.
It really is. But nonetheless, it's growing and it's probably coming.
Yeah.
Dude, between the amount of elderly that are here and the spring breakers that are here.
Yep.
There's just no way. Apparently, if you go to South Florida, I haven't been there in a while, but apparently there are signs. If you've got your card, we deliver. It's hitting hard in some of these places.
I had a buddy who got his card in Panama City who had them deliver stuff.
Yeah.
Deliver stuff to him.
Yeah, so it is possible to do it. It is. But it's fucking hard, and I think it's coming. But prior to the past decade, all pot stocks were traded over the counter. That was pretty much the only way you could invest in marijuana is some heavily regulated, sketchy company has over-the-counter pink sheet stocks, and that was the only way to pretty much get into the pot game. But now we're seeing some of these Canadian companies play on our markets, headquartered in Canada, but traded in the United States. So us as traders, not necessarily investors. Oh, there's plenty of them. But us as traders, we're pretty much here to find the stocks that we can get into, rather than the investments. Because you and I, we're not going to go open a store, Nathan. It'd be cool. It'd probably be fun. Probably not going to do it though. But as traders and people who play in the stock game, where can we find some of these opportunities? What let's pick out some of these companies. Well, we know Tilray.
Let's stop right there.
Okay.
So I'm always an advocate of ETFs. So why not, if you're just looking to just get into the stock game and this is what I would suggest, and I think I'm a huge advocate of this. This is what I'm gonna argue. Just buy MJ, the ticker symbol MJ.
I was gonna get to that, Nathan.
Sorry.
You jumped my gun.
Well,
but it's okay.
I think you should start with that first. If you're just looking to just get into the pot stocks game, because they are coming with legalization starting to get rolling in states. It does seem like a thing that's starting to grow. Why not just get the average of them?
While I'm making my point.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm just so excited. While I'm making my point, can you pull up the MJ holdings for me?
Mm-hmm.
And what I wanted to say is I think it's funny that you actually brought it up first. That was the first thing you want to talk about, because when I was going to save it for the end, I was going to say that it is my absolute favorite way to get into this. So I feel like we kind of think similarly, and that's kind of why I liked why you jumped ahead of me. But as I mentioned earlier with the cryptos, a rising tide lifts all boats, right? So I sit there and try to pick out these individually publicly traded major cannabis players because some are not going to make it and some are going to be the next Coca-Cola of marijuana, the next Philip Morris of marijuana, right? So I try to pick one and hope that they're going to be the winner and just buy a basket of them. And just buy the industry, buy the sector, literally the fucking sector. So that's a good point that you brought up. Can you get it? Yeah. Do you have the holdings?
Let me see. I'm trying. It's because I'm typing in MJ Alternative Harvest, right?
Yeah.
1 second. This is so hard to find.
I'm just going to ETF.com.
Is that what it is?
That's where I go.
Tried to do Morningstar.
All right, so right here, right off the bat, 10% of the whole. I'm sorry, I'm gonna jump in here. The top 5, we've pretty much heard of all of them. We know that you have Aurora Cannabis, yep. GW Pharmaceuticals. I haven't heard of them. Canopy Growth Corp, Kronos, and Tilray.
Yep, Tilray. Tilray was in the
Tilray.
news.
Those are the top. Those are the top 5 holdings, and 10% of it is Aurora Cannabis. So to begin, first of all, it is federally illegal. Obviously, still, the United States of America's federal government bans all use of marijuana. Now, the states can. It's a whole different topic. However, that is the reason that there are no publicly traded companies that do marijuana that are in the United States. All of these companies are headquartered in Canada. So therefore, American companies and Americans can put their money into these Canadian stocks because they're not American.
Philip Morris and Altria's in there too.
Exactly. They can't invest in Colorado's farmers. They cannot say, hey, mom and pop shop, we like you. We want to buy you out. They are not allowed to do that because it is federally illegal, and they are licensed to operate in the United States of America. Therefore, they can invest whatever they want in Canadian companies. They can put their money outside of the U.S., so these companies went public on our exchange. I think they're public on their exchange as well. But and that's kind of one of the big loopholes. So first of all, I want to erase any sort of sketchiness that might kind of be behind these companies because they are the biggest players in both Canada and across the globe. And they've been in the industry for a while. I think Tilray has a market cap of something close to $8 billion. If I'm not mistaken. So we're not talking mom and pop farmers who are growing it in a warehouse. We are talking literal corporate players here. And that was one of the things I kind of wanted to push away when I talked pot stocks. I still think OTC pink sheet markets. But this is the new pot stocks. You know?
Yeah.
These mid-cap cannabis companies. I've traded Aurora Cannabis. To be honest, it's kind of fun. It's very volatile, moves around a lot. Ticker is ACB, and it trades at $9. And I was trading it around $7.
Nice.
That's funny. But
here's the thing: is like right now, or especially last year, pot stocks got thrown around and through pump and dump schemes, man.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And we see a lot of like. I call it the tulip bubbles. You'll see back in like the Renaissance period, people were saying the price of tulips were supposed to go up, and everybody bought it, and they didn't, and it crashed, and everybody lost their money. Same thing happened with Bitcoin last year. It went up to 20K, now it's at 5K. And pot stocks, you see that? I'm pretty sure MJ has a bubble in it. Let me pull it up.
And why would that be a bubble, though? Where would there be a bubble?
What do you mean?
Like, why would you say that there's a bubble forming in the marijuana industry?
No, I said there was. Like back in September of last year, it like went up and then it tanked down again, and now it's going back up.
Yeah. But because that was Tilray, if I'm not mistaken. Philip Morris. That was when. Yeah, when Philip Morris invested in Tilray, Tilray jumped up some crazy I want to say it was close to 80% on a day.
It was stupid. It went from like 50 to like 100 and then to like 200.
Yeah, it rocketed and then it plummeted. It came back to its Wall Street priced deserved price. That was definitely a bubble. That was definitely almost a pump and dump scheme in the sense that it had the Bitcoin effect.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, just sign up for Coinbase. It's at 6,000 right now, dude. Sign up for Coinbase. It's that same thing. Dude, get in these pot stocks. Get in Tilray. Look, they just did it. I got to jump on right now. I think that's exactly what happened. And then Wall Street said, I'm fucking selling, son. I'm taking this profit. I'm laughing out of the bank.
52-week high on Tilray is 300.
That's crazy, dude.
50, 49 right now.
And that's where it stays. If you pull up MJ, it's only up 16%, which is decent. Decent, whatever. But let's talk about some of those Instametrics. 420,000 shares on volume. What do you think of that?
I think it could be tossed around, man.
Yeah, it can be tossed around for sure. Market cap is only $1 billion on MJ. It's volatile, that's for sure.
Right
it's volatile. Pays a 1 point.
Right
I'm getting a 1.6% dividend.
Yeah.
Reported on it.
Look at that PE ratio. 200.
200. Yeah, that's another point I wanted to make. Do you think that all the money that can be made in cannabis has pretty much already been moved and parked there, and we might just be late to the game at this point?
No, I think now's the perfect time. I don't know though. I think it's a make or break point right here for the cannabis industry. Sorry, I went away from my mic.
I mean, it can only grow from here.
Point for the cannabis industry.
I mean, what's going to shut it down? What would shut it down?
Pharma, big pharma.
You think that they're just gonna? I don't think it's gonna happen. Man. I think you're gonna get.
I don't think it's gonna be like one big hammer swing down. I think it's gonna be like progressive, like laws that get passed and kind of that trickle down into like that favor.
That Big Brother effect.
Yeah.
Big Brother keeps passing regulations, whittle them down, and then just cancel them out.
Yeah.
Wow, that scares me. You don't think that'll happen, but you're just saying that's a potential risk.
Yeah, and I think now is a perfect make or break time. Straddle MJ.
I definitely would not mind owning a few calls on it. You'd be paying out the ass. I mean, look at that price to earnings. It's you're gonna pay for those fucking premiums. That's for sure. And the problem is we don't know when this will be federally legal.
Here's a cool fact right here. Aurora Cannabis is the most popular traded stock on Robinhood, with over 400,000 people owning it right now.
Huh.
Yeah. And then you got Kronos Group up there, about number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kronos has been one of. Kronos was one of those. Do you remember like
Canopy Growth up there?
I want to say Kronos was one of those like private equity, real estate, sketchy ETF things that uses huge, or not ETF, but like private fund.
Yeah.
What was that? India Global Core. It was kind of like it used to be something like that, and they completely restructured their IGC. Yeah, that's what it was. And broke ass.
Yeah, that was a pump and dump scheme.
For sure. And I feel like Kronos used to be kind of one of those stocks that was like just private equity, but had just threw money relentlessly into what and just levered itself and then went bankrupt. And then Kronos kind of got into pot and seemed to turn itself around.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite pot stock?
Stock? No.
Yeah, see, I don't know like anything. Like
I'm not in the game of picking winners. I don't like doing that with my investing. I like to.
We ended every episode picking a stock. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, not necessarily picking a stock, but picking the next winner. No, for example, if I'm trying to get.
I'm not asking what's your next winner is. I'm asking what's your favorite and why.
Of the pot ones? Mm-hmm. I like Aurora. It makes money. It actually has earnings. That's one of the reasons I like it.
22 cents per share.
Heavy volume. They what's the market cap there? 9
bill. Oh wow, I'm looking at something old then.
$9 billion market cap, and they have the ability to expand because they're headquartered out of Canada. A lot of Canadian trade is going on with the UK in the marijuana industry. So that's like the big thing for these Canadian companies is not necessarily breaking into the US because that's just a matter of time, but breaking into the United Kingdom. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be more into the more in pharmaceutical companies, and vice stocks are going to be the big winners here.
Someone was once telling me about Cara Therapeutics, and they're still going through I don't know if they're still going through trials. I think it was in January they were supposed to do another test. I don't know how they're doing now, but they're supposed to be. What are they doing? Treatment of pruritus and acute chronic pain, and they're trying to incorporate, or I guess replace opioids with cannabinoid drugs.
Yeah, that was one of their big pretty much their entire business model was built off of cannabis. Was like trying to get the next cannabis treatment.
So, but I'm scared.
Are they still around?
Yeah, Cara? Yeah, 1814. I heard someone buying calls for 25 soon.
Sorry, say again?
Someone buying a 25 call, I forget when, on Cara.
Ballsy. Yeah. They don't have earnings. That's one of the sad things. It's while they have a great story and a great mission, they're burning that cash, son.
If they do break through their FDA test and stuff like that, it's going to fucking
fly.
It's
to the moon. It's $80 a share.
Yeah.
For sure. That's one of the scary things.
You're gonna roll the dice on Cara?
It's like Tesla. I root for them, but I cannot put my money there. I can't put my money there. Can't put my money there.
Yeah. So I like Cara. We'll see. I'll watch it.
As a potential play.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's $18 a share right now. I'll maybe buy I don't know, good 10 shares. See what happens.
See what happens. I like it. I'm going to buy here and see what happens. He then closed his account the following week. I think the true winners are going to be the Philip Morris Altria winners.
The ones that are going to take over?
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So if it was recreationally and medically legal across the globe, or I'm sorry, not the globe, the United States, that would be built into medical insurance plans, and Pfizer's going to get a fucking piece of that.
Yeah.
Why the hell wouldn't they? And I guarantee you that they will just shove anybody out of the way and just buy, baby. Start with 30 bill here, 20 bill here, research this. I think they're going to, and they'll also be able to work on more drugs that have, cannabinoid properties. Is that cannabic properties?
Yeah.
Such as injections and.
Honestly, I would love to see all these freaking opioid companies. What's the opioid company that sells the opioid reversal to overdosing? It's got opioid in the name or something.
Yeah.
I like those companies that kind of try to counteract the opioid epidemic. And cannabis stocks as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of them out there. Yeah. See, one of the problems is not only do they make the opioids that get you addicted, they make the opioids that get you off of it. So they just double dip. They get you hooked, and then they take you off. But a lot of these problems can be alleviated through marijuana, and I think these companies know that. So therefore, if it's just legal, I think that not only are the recreational players, like the alcohol distributors and the tobacco manufacturers and distributors, Philip Morris and Altria.
That's another realm, is alcoholic drinks.
Alcoholic drink. Oh, man. Yeah. They're trying to infuse. I think Coca-Cola's got a project with that. They're trying to infuse cannabis into some of their products. It's happening.
Carl's Jr., I heard I don't know if it was a joke or not, that they were doing CBD burgers today. Isn't that kind of cool?
That is cool. I don't know if a restaurant is actually legally allowed to serve that, but I don't know. I don't live on the West Coast.
They said they were doing it in Denver. Yeah, or Colorado.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You remember I texted you the other week or the other day about marijuana is apparently legal in Nevada recreationally.
Yeah, but you can't do it on the strip.
You can't do it on the strip. You cannot buy it or sell it on the strip. You also cannot smoke it on the strip, and there are no lounges that exist in the city to go enjoy it. So basically, the only thing you can do is get a private residence. This is legally. Is get a private residence and enjoy cannabis there, or maybe ingest it in your hotel room, which would still technically be illegal. They have the right. They have the right to remove you from their premises. They have to kick you off their property, ban you. Because you are risking their gaming license.
Like on the strip,
if you're just sitting there puffing marijuana.
If you're like walking on the strip and like a cop pulls you over, what's he going to do? Write you a ticket?
Probably going to ticket you. You might have to appear in court a month later. That would fucking suck. Imagine you go to Vegas. Yeah, you go to Vegas. I bet you that happens too. People go to Vegas. They get, they do stupid shit. And then they get in trouble. And then they have to reappear in court.
Yeah.
2 months later. Don't show up, and then they have to move to Canada and do the marijuana there.
That's crazy, man. Vegas is crazy.
Vegas is crazy. So, while some places are just, yeah, whatever, willy-nilly, we're going to put it on your fucking burger for you. Other places are like, yeah, we have it, but you ain't going to do it here. You ain't going to do it here.
You ain't going to do it here.
But, that was another one I want to talk about as kind of a man of leisure, a man who just enjoys kicking back, having a nice glass of whiskey and good conversation and stuff like that. There are no lounges. There are no lounges to go like out and, eat a nice meal and, you can go smoke a hookah, but you can't puff on a bong with your business partners. And so I feel like that could be another potential opportunity is restaurants and bars. Hey, we sell products here. Come enjoy our lounge. BYOM.
BYOC. BYOK. Bring your own kush.
Bring your own kush. Like I feel like that's another potential play. That could be kind of fun, right? Like what would be cool? It's like a cigar lounge? No, it's a marijuana lounge.
Yeah, I bet that have legal repercussions waiting to happen. Yeah.
Well, not until once it gets legal, no.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference between smoking a cigarette and smoking a cannabis? Other than the smell. Smoking a doobie. Smoking a little dooba. A blizzorp, as I like to call them. Yeah. So, yeah, I felt like it was appropriate to bring up stocks today, just kind of ramble about our thoughts. Thought Justin would enjoy that.
Yeah, hey, Justin's getting to the game. What's up, Justin?
Hey, we're about to have a third potential third guest. Yeah, I'd like to have him on. I like to have him on.
He's such a good guy.
Have him on. I think anybody who loves it as much as we do should not only show their friends, but encourage them.
Shout out to Justin. We'll see you on the podcast.
Shout out. Yeah, you come on. We're gonna talk about what you want to do, what you like, what you don't like, what you know.
Or how to do stuff.
Yeah. But I think once he gets going, he's gonna rock the shit, man. He's gonna really rock it.
It'll be good. He's a great conversationist.
Oh yeah. So. And he's a realist. Let's be honest. He's a realist.
Yeah, he's as real as it gets.
he has an eye for bullshit.
Yeah.
So. All right, man.
That's a cast, dude. I like it.
I think it's a nice little fun cast. It was a fun one. It was easy. It was light.
Welcome back, cast.
It was lit. Cast, yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back from the break. Welcome back. New opportunities in life, Nathan.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's exciting.
Very grateful for this opportunity.
Yeah, well, good for you. Well, let's bring this back maybe at least once a week again.
Let's try
so we can get the ball rolling until these fuckers start paying us.
Yeah.
So, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, insults, corrections, and maybe even some ideas, just let us know. Email us at Rebel Trading Group. That's Rebel Trading Group with 2 G's at gmail.com. We are also on SoundCloud. We are on iTunes. We're legit.
Boom.
We're on iTunes podcasts. Our newest episodes will always be there, but our full archive will always be open and free to you forever on YouTube. So just search for Rebel Trading Group podcast. You will see us.
Stock charts.
Some stock, and just good luck out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Happy trading.
Happy 420.
And happy 420. Happy Easter, I guess, if that's your thing. And welcome back. Boom, boom.
Shut up and sit down.